Good evening, everyone. I'm Tom Popcheff, the president of the Speedway Economic Development Commission, and I'd like to open the meeting initially by taking a roll call of the commission members. Diane Masariu.
Here.
Carter.
Yes, here. Thank you.
Mark Chastain.
Present.
Great, thank you. We have confirmed that we do have a quorum for this evening's meeting.
My name is Vince Noblin, and president of the Speedway Redevelopment Commission. 7 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and call our special session of the redevelopment session to order. Start off with a roll call. Bill Jones.
Here.
Tom Popcheff.
Here.
Gordon Rundle.
Here.
Our executive director, Tim Gropp.
Here.
And Dr. Terry Reed.
Here.
Rhonda is out today, so I'll turn it back to the EDC president.
Thank you, Mr. President. In your packet, you have the meeting minutes from the last economic development session dated May 11th, 2017. So if you'll have a brief opportunity to take a look at those minutes. Have any questions or additions to those minutes? Diane, that was a meeting that unfortunately you weren't in attendance. So hearing no comments or suggested edits, we will accept those meeting minutes by consent. Thank you.
Also, redevelopment would like to need to get consent of our regular session minutes from August 21st, 2017, and our executive session minutes from August 21st, 2017, and September 5th, 2017. These minutes have been previously distributed to the commission. If there's no questions or comments, have them approved. Any questions or comments concerning the minutes? Hearing none, they're approved. So we're going to move on to resolution for the SRC. This is the second amendment to the Economic Development Agreement dated November 9th, 2016. Tim, you want to bring us up to speed on that?
So the original Economic Development Agreement for the Wilshaw project at 16th and Main is set to expire on September 11th, 2017. So we've run into some issues with the project that we've needed to work through that are taking more time than that. So we needed to take action prior to the expiration date to extend that due diligence time. So what we're asking tonight, what this amendment is a 10-day extension of the original EDA. The reason it's 10, which would take us out to September 21st technically, but again, we have to take action prior to the expiration date. So we are working on a more extensive economic development agreement amendment that fixes some of the issues that are coming up with the way we're going to finance the bonds. We're still waiting on documents from Praxair. Their attorneys reached out to us today. These are related to easements, moving the fence for them, relocating a water line, different issues that come because that was former Praxair property. So we need some permissions from them. So we've heard back from them. They're reviewing our documents. We haven't gotten those back yet. We're probably going to, as the project has evolved, we're looking at different ways to restructure the bond to make it most effective and the best benefit for the town and the development. So it might not be as was originally presented. So we need to make some changes in the EDA to present back to both the EDC and the SRC on that as well. So we just need a little more time to do that. We have traded red line versions of an EDA amendment with the developer, Wilshaw, and we're waiting back to see what their comments back were on our suggested changes. So we hope to get those back tomorrow and then sit at the table with them and hash out the details and then get those before these groups and then meet back on September 18th, which is the next regularly scheduled SRC meeting, and then have an Economic Development Commission meeting prior to that to review those what will be the third amendment to the EDA. So all this all this resolution is tonight is to give us 10 more days to work on that, so we don't miss the deadline of the September 11th. We didn't want to go longer than that because, we've been working on this project for 2 years. Everybody's wants to move forward. We need the time to do that, but we wanted to make sure we weren't constantly coming back and doing these little fixes. We want to fix everything that needs to be fixed in the EDA based on the changes that have happened over time with things we found out with environmental concerns, configuration of parking, everything else that we've been discussing. We want to address all those issues one time and have an extensive EDA amendment. So we're just not quite there yet, so we needed a few more days. So that is what we're addressing tonight.
Okay.
So I think procedurally, the Economic Development Commission will proceed with a motion to accept the resolution to authorize the extension of a 10-day period for the Economic Development Agreement for Wilshaw. But prior to that, Mark or Diane, do you have any further questions
I don't believe so.
of Tim?
No.
Well, I'll entertain a motion to accept that resolution.
I'll second.
In a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Okay. And so at this point in time, the SRC, we need a motion for the same amendment.
So I'll move that the SRC approve the second amendment to the Economic Development Agreement regarding the Wilshaw project.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
We got a motion, it's a second, or are there any discussion concerning the amendment? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries 3-0. And is there anything else to come before the commission tonight, Tim?
There's nothing at this time, thank you.
Anybody else have any other discussions?
No.
At this point in time, I'm going to close the special session of the Redevelopment Commission.
And I will also close the special session of the Economic Development Commission. And thank you for your time.
7:07.